Let's try that again. Welcome to episode 86 of the MailleWerX Chainmail live streams. My name is Sean and I run MailleWerX.com, where you can find all your chainmail themed apparel and accessory needs. Let's do the share. I really need like a professional. Make sure that's not making noise. Good evening, Barb. How are ya? All right. Oh man. Okay. 2 seconds here. Let me see something. Okay. I'm not doing too bad. All right. That out of the way. Had a good day. Can't complain too much. Lots of good stuff going on, I think. Let's see what we're working on here. The whole inlay up there. All right, we're still working up here on this saber. I think it's coming along pretty good. I really looked at it. It seems to line up, right? It looks a little off, right, from the direction of the saber. So we'll have to make sure those line up eventually. Good to hear you love the new shoes. I'm digging the new shoes too. I'm a fan. Let's turn Frank on. What's Frank looking at? Hopefully we will have many more shoe designs and styles coming soon. I've got to get back to designing soon. Haven't been able to. It takes a lot of time for one design, and you need a pair. Hey, I'm glad you feel that way. I think you need several pairs. Hey Bobby, how you doing? All right, let's move that just a skosh. All right, I want to apologize about last night. I could hear my dog barking upstairs, and then I got a phone call. My dog is too old to be going downstairs when there's snow, and I did not clean off the deck for her to get down. There's like 12 stairs she would have to climb down, and Renee was otherwise engaged and couldn't go let her out, and she was barking like she had to go, like she was gonna die. So I do apologize for that, but we are on track. 1, 2. Here what it says, 96. We are on track for episode 100 to air on Saturday night. Right? So stay tuned for episode 100, because we may give something away. As to what that will be, I haven't decided yet. school going? You're not in school? Renee's in school. I can't even imagine going back to school. Right, I learned to be a nurse in the Army. And basically, I went and did the same thing at a college. And now I just have a piece of paper that says that they need to pay me more. But that's really all my degree did for me. The training was the same. You know, the job description's the same. Thought she was taking a class. And after that experience where there was almost no new information brought into the RN bachelor program that I went to that I hadn't already learned in my LPN nursing program, it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna pay money for this. It's kind of ridiculous. I need my picture. What is Renee going to school for? Renee's going to school to be an epidemiologist. She's getting her master's in epidemiology. To study where diseases come from. And I think she likes it. Wants to go ahead and finish because you didn't have a laptop? That sucks. Like, I mean, if you want to go to school, that's great. You should definitely always want to better yourself. Don't let me knock it too hard. It did increase my pay. It was just all the rest of the garbage that went along with it. It's like, yeah, no thanks. Let's see here. Where am I at? I need to make a ball-shaped object. I still don't remember what they're technically called. I should just Google it. Alright, let's see here. Maybe at least... at least 2 rows for handguard. You got 6 more Dreamcatcher orders. Nice. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. They're cool. I don't want to make a Dreamcatcher per se. I want to do something with a large hoop that I have. You're welcome. Always good to hear when people get some business. They're fun to make. Good. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but I have this large hoop I bought, and my original plan was to make a planter box out of it down in Texas, and then I never got around to it. So it's just kind of been sitting here for a while like everything else. I need to do something with it. I have rings to use on it. I have kind of some ideas running around in my head about what to do with it, but I don't know. Like, do I want to make a like really long chain? I think I have rings for full Persian. I want to make a really long full Persian chain and make like a spider web thing out of it. I don't know. Maybe a, what do you call them? Oh, it's a design that uses shapes to make another design. But I would need rings with color to them, really, for that to work. Don't know. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I'll do something with it. That's all I know so far. All right. I think that cuts in a little too deep there. It'll be epic, whatever I decide. Well, thank you. Thank you for that faith in me. I appreciate it. I've got a bunch of stainless steel rings to use for it. I've been thinking just making a lot of full Persian with it, and then taking a bunch of full Persian segments and interweaving them somehow throughout this big hoop I have. And I think it's an 18-inch hoop. I don't know. Hey, I'm actually streaming on Facebook, yeah. Had a few mishaps last night. Is that ball shape? I don't know. Need to change out that ring for sure. Yeah, I'm actually able to stream tonight. I got started last night. We kind of had a crisis. I had to go deal with it. It's a kind of a shape here at the end of this sword, or saber handle. Sword, I guess saber's a sword, right? Alright, next part. You know what? I have an idea. We'll put some black around it. Kind of see what it's looking like then. It'll give us a little bit more visual definition. Alright. So the shoe launch has been good. A lot of people seem to like them. Is nice. Gonna start. Okay, so you know how I have been unfortunately unable to dedicate a ton of time to my business, right? And so what's ended up happening is it's been neglected quite a bit. And so similar to this stream, right, I am now going to make it I'm going to dedicate an hour a day at a minimum, right, to working on various aspects of the MailleWerX website, designs, the Etsy store page, and so on. So, because I simply can't get enough stuff done on the weekends when I have time. It's just not happening. So I'm just gonna have to start taking everything down to just breaking it all down into an hour-long segment and figure out, you know, what can I do for that hour, you know? And hopefully that additional 4 to 5 hours a week will help me get some of these bigger projects done that need to be done. And we can finish up we can finish up some of the major overhauling that's gone on the website this year. I don't know if you've seen the website lately, but it's got a whole new face, whole new front page. I gotta make a special video. There's a slider and it goes to one of my videos. I'm gonna try and make a special, like, welcome to MailleWerX.com kind of deal. So an hour a day. That's my goal. And that is, like, it may occur right after this stream. It may happen earlier in the day. Just depends on how much I get done, right? But since weaving for small periods of time has allowed me to get so much done in a relatively short period of time, I think that it would definitely be worthwhile, because I'm just flat out not getting the stuff done that I want done, because I wait for the weekend or come down here and putz around, and like, it's very obvious that I'm not like in the right mindset when I do that. So hopefully, you know, hopefully that will get some new good stuff out to everyone, right? Like, I just recently started posting pictures of products again. I haven't done that since Christmas. So an hour a day down here in my nice cool basement. Alright. Okay, this is a good start. We're gonna work on the handguard now for a little bit, and then we'll see. Procrastinating tonight on attaching the handle to the basket for the tutorial. It's a connection you dread. Yeah, I think I saw a picture of that earlier. It looks phenomenal. I'm super impressed. I've never tried making a basket. Probably the nicest one I've seen. And I don't want to procrastinate. I just, like, you know, you get tired and come down, you're on the computer, and it's like, well, you know, okay, I'll open up some pages, maybe I'll think about getting some stuff done, and like, now, that's not been happening too much lately. It works well, blend right into the basket. It's just a pain in the ass to attach. Yeah, I'll bet. I believe it. Oh. Skipped a ring in there. Every time, man. Every time. You know, maybe I'd do better if I didn't attach or connect rings upside down and backwards. Kind of thinking out loud here that maybe that's the problem. Maybe. Maybe we should do a basket. That'd be a fun project. I've never done one. do it. Figure out what rings I have. I want to make a lot of stuff, right? Like, even after we get to a point where if we get to a point here in about a year from now or towards the end of this year, we get you need to develop a full-size basket next. First bottom already bombed. Ooh. Even if we get to the point where we're done with all the rings that we have, right? I still want to make stuff and stream, you know? I want to do this for a while. It's fun. It helps me get stuff done, and it spreads the, you know, the word of, spreads the information about Chainmail, man. I want to be a Chainmail evangelist, preaching from the pulpit about the good news of Chainmail. Can I get an amen? I'm a bit special sometimes. You know, it's like, that's my thing, and I want to tell everyone about it, and I want to get nerdy about it with people. Cover the world with little metal rings. Exactly. And purchase all your chainmail goods from all my friends here. Seriously, I talk a lot about, like, chainmail becoming a global phenomenon, right? And we've already experienced quite the renaissance of chainmail in the past, I want to say, well, definitely since I started. Right? You know, clearly ring manufacturers were around before I started. Back when I was a wee lad, before I ever picked up my first pair of pliers. So, I mean, there's a lot of what I would call foundation building that's gone on in the past 30 years. Easy, right? More materials, more rings, more ring sizes, more manufacturers, more people interested in the hobby, right? And every day I see more and more people getting involved, asking questions, asking, you know, how did they get started? And I think, you know, I think it's primed to really take off. And I think that content creators... Hey, Tara. Oh, did Tara show up? I don't see her comment. I think that a lot of content creators are going to lead the way, right? and I just want to be there when it happens. There's Tara. I mean, it's a fun hobby. It's got a diversity of people who engage in it, you know, all different age groups. It's not just for not to like talk smack about Dungeons and Dragons gaming nerds, but you know, I know a lot of them who made Chainmail, you know, long before we had the resources that we had now, right? So it's not like it's an emerging art form, and I think we're just going to see people take it to the next level and to the next level, and it's just going to keep going for a while. I'm hoping that occurs. How am I? I'm doing good. You're working on improvements to yourself, you know. Hope you're feeling better. Working on improvements to yourself. You and me both. I think that over the last little bit, definitely seen some improvement. You know? Like I'm not in any. Barb's, you're feeling better? That's good to hear. I always want to ask, but it's like a public forum, and you know, I don't want to make you self-conscious about anything going on, and that goes for everyone, right? Like if you got private things, and always know that I keep them in the back of my mind, especially, you know, for the people that are like regular viewers, right? I've gotten to know a lot of you, you know, kind of well over the last little bit, and whenever you guys mention something, it's always, you know, always thinking about it. I don't want to call you guys out on it here. So don't feel like I'm not sympathetic to your issues. Does that make sense? Like, you guys are the ones making all of this possible and paying attention to me, which is awesome. So I really have a deep appreciation for that. But, you know, it's kind of an awkward place to ask, you know, how's that rash? Yes, you're feeling better, your numbers are going down, and whatever was going on is clearing up. That's awesome to hear, Barb. Congratulations. I don't want to be like, hey Jimmy, did you get that mole looked at by the doctor? What'd he say? How about those shoes? How about those shoes? I tell you what, I like them. Like them a lot. Well, this is kind of wonky here. Shoes, glorious shoes. never watched Ice Age Meltdown and listened to the Vulture song, Food, Glorious Food, I recommend you do that. It's one of my favorite cartoon songs. Alright, I don't know what we're listening to, but 2 bars in and I don't like it. What is this? Fight with Fire. Alright. Alright, 4 bars in, I changed my mind. You need a pair in every color? Itchy, thanks for asking. You guys kill me. Oh. Alright. Oh, I see what I did. It looks like I'm almost finished. Yeah, we're just, you know, tidying up this handguard here. We're gonna make it and then probably have to change it up a little bit, I think. It's not this, where this hooks is not quite right, but it's close. I don't know how much closer we're gonna be able to get. We'll see. I need a pair in every color too, Barb. Yeah. So finish the saber, make the sabers on the bottom look a little nicer, and then do the other side, right? So yeah, we are almost finished. Like we're closing the gap at an hour, at the rate of 1 hour a night. So perfect. It's a nice hour. It's a nice quiet hour. I come down here generally, talk with you guys, weave some rings, and at the end of that hour, we're farther along than when we started. Those shoes look like the perfect shoes to go to the bathroom in the That's sounds like a perfectly good reason for a good shoe. I'm sold. Give me 20 pairs. Not with your bladder. You guys kill me. Oh, ooh. Ring should be officially on the way now. You found a portion of an uncut order in with your rings. Ooh. What's the price? Are they going to be under $100? The shoes are $44.97, I think, right now. And if you sign up for the coupon, you get 10% off. So, like $40. reasonable. They have extra wide. You have troll feet. I'd have to look at the sizes. Off the top of my head, there's only a limited number of sizes for specifically, like, our boots have men and women sizes. These, the casual women's shoes, only have women's sizes. So they're pretty true to size, but if you have troll feet, they have what do you call it? You would have to order a size up. That's what I was gonna say. And do they have insoles? And they have arch support. They should be. They should have a removable insole. So they should have a removable insole, so that you can put in whatever orthotic you need to. I screwed up. Thought they were men's shoes, which is what you normally wear. So, and we will be coming out with more shoes. Other than the canvas flats that we started posting pictures of today. So if you're more of a sneaker person, or more of a sandal person, you know, we got some stuff coming that looks like that here soon. I mean, you know, well, I would love it if everybody bought, you know, 50 of every product that I have, you know. Don't feel pressured if you want to wait for a different shoe type that's more to your liking. Kind of, how's this looking? This really hooks. Let's see here. No, it's not too bad. Needs a little rounding out, but okay, I see what I can do. I'm gonna continue on with what I'm doing. Okay. Right. Turn Frank back on. We need to converge these lines right here. Lots of fun stuff coming, and I'm gonna force myself to get some design work done. We'll have lots of new designs. This music's putting me to sleep, man. Like, Sounds like kind of more of the same here. What's my biggest seller? Hooded blankets. I saw a lot of those. People like to be warm. You know. Alright, Barb, have a good night. Sorry if the music put you to sleep. People like to be warm and they make great gifts, right? So they'll buy one, like, for their kid, and then they'll like it a lot, and then they'll buy another one, you know, for themselves, and then they'll start gifting them out to family members, and it's kind of nice. It makes for like a nice repeat customer product. So night bar, work on Dreamcatcher. You need one every year? Right on. I have two, and they're ridiculously warm. So I think, like, once people get a hold of one and they realize how warm they are, and they're not the print, how high quality the print is, and you know, I think they just fall in love and want blankets all over their house. So this is what I'll have soon. You know, maybe I do have guess I could always use my stimulus money and get myself another blanket. I think that would be nice. And the faux llama is so soft. Oh, they're ridiculously comfortable. So, and then what's in the best seller after that? We sold a bunch of tumblers when they were up, and then the boots that we did last year, those went pretty well. You haven't seen the stimulus funds land yet? Well, I got mine today, and my bank's usually a day ahead of everyone else's. Like, I get my paycheck a day before everyone else. I don't know why. It's just the way it's always been, right? Not exactly happy with this, but it's a thing and we can shape it, right? You have a set of front stairs that need to be torn out and rebuilt, and that's where you plan on putting your stimulus check. Right on. Yeah, I don't plan on squandering mine too much. I may buy myself another hat from the website, and then probably go to... The rest of it will probably go towards some debt I have. I don't know yet. I just did a big what do you call it? A debt consolidation loan. So most of any stimulus money that I have will probably mostly go to that. House pretty much absorbs any extra funds you see come in. You really want to paint your house, but it's before hurricane season, so maybe buy more rings. Yeah, I can see that. Wanting to wait until after hurricane season. I've got a few things to fix here in the house, but they're, you know, like, I got a ceiling fan to replace. I've got a hole in the ceiling that I've got to make a, that I've got to fix, right? Like, none of them are life-threatening fixes. You know, even if they were fixed, they're not gonna... It's just now fixed, right? Like, it's nice that it's fixed, but why do all that scraping when Mother Nature will do it for you? That's funny. I think it got too fat down here and I need to remove a row. We'll see. But yeah. So speaking of my debt consolidation loan, I will never work with Discover ever again. After this, that was a mistake. I learned, don't work with Discover. So I sent them money to pay off my credit card that I had with them. It's not an insignificant amount, but you know, it's enough to cover the cost of what I owed them. And they held on to it for 7 days. Or they didn't. And a major financial institution that has the ability to make financial transactions nearly instantaneously, that operates on a financial system that processes hundreds of millions of transactions in a second, right? That's their rate. Their rate of financial transactions is hundreds of millions a second, okay? So this financial institution, Discover, decided that it was going to hold my payment to them for 7 days. And by that time, right, like a couple of other things had come into the account, and I was like $30 shy of being able to get that payment through. And so now it has been another 7 days, right? Should have taken off the inside row. And I don't know where that money is, right? Now, my bad for using a credit card and taking on debt, and you know, I understand that there's financial consequences with that. Okay. But they could have taken the money out instantaneously. They can, right? The fact that they don't is a feature, not a flaw. And it just enrages me that they make it that way. That's why Bank of America does that crap too. And US Bank. You know? They'll hold your checks until you don't have enough money in your account and then cash them all at one time. And it's, you know, been demonstrated that they do this. Like, oh, all that money that you thought you had, and now you got to go and pay all your bank fees. Pisses me off. Can I hold it up? Yeah, give me 2 seconds here. So somewhere running around is $1,400 of mine, and I don't know where it's at, and it hasn't made its way back into my bank account. And you know, to be quite honest about it, I'm a little pissed. So I'm just glad to be done. That credit card will be paid off, and I won't do any business with them ever again. You know, because that's straight up predatory practice. I can recover financially from the late fee, right? But there are a lot of people out there who get caught in that trap. All right, how's that look? It looks like a thing. All right, so there's the bottom. Like starting to wave a little bit. And there's the saber at the top. That handle actually, it almost looks good. Almost. But it's a handle. We have a handle on the saber. That's the important thing. We can improve from here, you know? We're gonna start with that right away. What time is it? Oh, it's an hour. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do. Oh my God, am I kidding? No, we're gonna work on it a little bit more. It needs a little more work. It's not perfect right out the gate, but it does look pretty good for just freehanding a handle on here, you know? Or a hand guard. A pommel. A pommel. That is what you call the end of a sword. Right? Is like a pommel stone. I can't believe that took me 2 nights to figure out or to remember. I need to go look at more swords. Swords. See your Schwartz is bigger than mine. Am I going to send a picture to the Oakland Raiders like Josh did with his Guinness checkers? Maybe. That's probably a good idea. I should probably do that. Yeah, that was awesome. You got the shout out from them. Right? Like, good on you, man. I know a guy who did a, he took an Absolute vodka bottle, the brand Absolute, and he covered it in watch parts, and I believe they ended up using it in an advertisement. So, yeah, like, you know, hey Raider Nation, check out this Chainmail Raiders flag I did. Go check out MailleWerX.com for more awesome Chainmail themed stuff. Should definitely do that. Maybe you should reach out to the RHPS once you get the Frank inlay finished. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Got it. It was like RHPS. Frank. Got it. Yeah, I would definitely reach out to them. Is Tim Curry, who played Frank, is that... I've never seen the movie, I've never been to the show. I just know that Tim Curry was in it. Put up progress pictures you got along, but Frank went back in the drawer once you got Basket Mania. Yes, Tim Curry played Frankenfurter. Okay. You think you saw one really cool? I want to say I've seen someone do one. Yeah. Things like celebrity and brand name inlays, right? I imagine would go for a pretty high price. You know, in the future when chainmail becomes a global phenomenon, I think that people are really gonna start to like it and pay a whole lot of money for certain things, I think. Alright. Never saw Tim Curry play Frankenfurter. The first Tim Curry movie I saw was him playing Cardinal Richelieu in the Disney version of the Three Musketeers. And then he played a character named Dr. Poole. He was a speech therapist for a mobster. The mobster was played by Sylvester Stallone in a movie called Oscar, which, if you've never seen it, it's one of the more influential movies from my childhood. And I think it's hilarious and funny, and I think most people do. You gotta go feed your 6 dogs? Jeez Louise. Go feed your animals. That's a lot of dogs there. I have 2. That's more than enough for me. Tomorrow I get to go see my my patient's German Shorthair puppy. I think he's 8 weeks old. No, I think he's 12 weeks old now. I'll get to go see him and his little puppy dog. You'll be back tomorrow. All right, Tara, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate it. All right. Buy some shoes. I will hopefully be back on tomorrow. If all goes well. All goes according to plan. All right. Okay, you guys. I think what I need to do, I think this is what I need to do. Move too many rings. I saw Tim Curry in Clue, and I was gonna say I was gonna mention Clue, and then Legend, I think, was the other like childhood film I remember Tim Curry from. I don't know, why did I do that? I don't know. Well, maybe. Yeah, in Clue, where he plays the butler, it's kind of a similar character to Dr. Poole. But the events surrounding Dr. Poole and Oscar are much funnier than in Blue, right? I think, anyway. You have a hard time remembering him in Legend, all the makeup? Yeah, for real, right? It's like remembering the guy that plays, R2-D2. Can't ever remember his name. Like, as you think R2-D2, and like how to put a face to that is difficult. Maybe if I do one more. All right. That's, I don't know. Like, that should be how it hangs, right? Like, that's pretty good. I don't know. I'm not happy with this end here, but you know, it's definitely a handguard. Yeah, you know, it's growing on me. All right. All right, guys. That's, you know, I'm pretty happy with that. We're gonna leave it for now, and then I may make some small adjustments later on, but that's the basic shape we were going for, you know? So I'm pretty happy with how that's coming out. Like, this whole thing, dude. Right? Like, it's really coming together. Just to think that we'll be done in a few short hours. You know? Like, it's not gonna take much more work from here. All right. Getting too big to handle too. Much larger than I ever thought it would be. I think that's my largest inlay to date. So I'm pretty happy with it. All right, all that stuff's put away. We went a little over tonight, but that's okay. We're getting stuff done, moving the needle forward. All right, we're gonna be back on tomorrow night, and if not, and at the latest Thursday. All right. So thank you to everyone for coming out, hanging out. I appreciate all your comments and engagement. It really makes the hour go by fast. And I look forward to seeing you guys later on in the stream. Later on when we stream. Be sure to check out MailleWerX.com for all your chainmail apparel and accessory needs. And I will talk to you guys later.